Here in the Czech Republic. It's day 2 of the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017, and it's the last game of day 2. Turkey and Italy. Well, the Italian fans, they seem to come out in mass here. A lot of Italian fans here in this fine Czech city, and they watched a great Italian win yesterday. So far, here's what's happened today. The Slovak Republic have won, Spain have won, and we've just watched Hungary beat the host nation, the Czech Republic. Now it's Italy and Turkey, and probably to lift the spirits of all the Czech fans who are probably disappointed after the last result, which has effectively ended the Czechs' run here at the EuroBasket. They'd like to see a great basketball game. I'm sure they will. This is how it stands in Group B. The Slovaks temporarily up at the top, and then one of these other two teams, Italy or Turkey, will leapfrog them into first place after this game. Belarus down at the bottom at 0-2. So this is a battle of unbeatens. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn, who's ready to bring that expert analysis that she's world-renowned for already. Shona, first things first, you know, the spirits are somewhat down. There's a state of disbelief in the Czech Republic after their loss to Hungary, and I suppose for a tournament like this, it's not what the organizers were looking for, but on the other hand, it just goes to show that the level of competition is pretty tough.
Yeah, it really has, you know, and I think everyone here was really hoping that the Czech Republic could make it on to the next round. You know, it's not over until it's over. They do have another chance, but they have dug themselves a very deep hole.
Well, it's now Turkey and Italy, and we know that it's not going to be easy for either of these teams tonight, because both of these teams have played so well yesterday. Yeah,
I really think whoever wins this game has basically punched that ticket to the quarterfinals. I really do. I think whoever wins this game is going to finish atop Group B.
Well, Ekrem Memnun, the Turkey coach there, pacing the sidelines, very excited about Turkey, and I have to say I've gotten this one all wrong. I expected Italy to be pretty good, and I feel pretty good about that prediction. But Turkey, I was like, well, you know, this is a period of transition for them, and I think it's not going to be a good EuroBasket, but Ekrem Memnun is so upbeat about their chances of turning into a really good team over the next few years. And their aim is to get to the podium here without question. And at bare minimum, they want to have a good, strong EuroBasket. So I think it's a very interesting game tonight. Can both of these teams confirm yesterday's results with another good performance tonight? So both teams have come out to the floor. They've been introduced. Now it's time for the national anthems. So we'll hear the national anthems of Turkey and Italy.
And now it's time for national anthems of both teams. Please stand up for the national anthem of Turkey.
So the first up will be the national anthem of Turkey. And now the national anthem of Italy. pulse is racing now for both Italy and Turkey. The players in those squads, the national anthem is always an exciting moment of the game. For me, Johan Rosso, Martin Kozlovski, and Tanel Suzlov are the referees tonight. Here you go, from France, Latvia, and Estonia. And I think the referees have been doing a pretty good job so far. I don't have any complaints at all watching their performance of this FIBA EuroBasket Women.
No, we don't, but the players might have some complaints.
They will always have complaints, always.
Can never please them, huh?
The roster for Turkey, Olcay Şakır, number 4, Bursel Fedarli, she just keeps going, Bahar Çalar, Ushul Alban, and I was quite impressed by Koksal the other night. And the starting 5 will be Çalar, Fedarli, Ushul Alban, Janites, and Juanitra Hollingsworth. Saw the good and the bad from Hollingsworth, still perhaps struggling when it comes to learning how to set that pick, but so are a lot of players in this competition. And for Italy, I would say one of the revelations really of this EuroBasket Women so far, even though we've seen a lot of their players in the past, there's no question about it. Cecilia Zandalasini, everybody was talking about her. Elisa Pena as well. Georgia Satana led them in scoring last time out. And Laura Mackey down at the bottom of that roster for Capobianco was the coach, was terrific late on. So Chinili, Mackey, Ress, Dato, and Satana will be in that starting 5. And you know, we think it's exciting times for Italy. And we'll also be looking at an interesting matchup that's coming up. But I think you were quite excited by the performance of Italy yesterday.
I really was. I knew they had a great mix of veterans and young players, but we didn't know how those young players were going to do at this level. And you saw Zandalasini check into the game. You saw Pena come in, and they did not hesitate. They did not back down. They have confidence in their skill set at this level, and that's exciting to see.
So hence we have Zandalasini here on the left and Bahar Çalar on the right. Çalar's been around for a long time. I mean, she's still young, but she's still part of that bright future for Turkey. And what was interesting for me, as we looked at Ekrem Memnun, the coach of Turkey, who led them to Olympic qualification last year and led them at the Rio de Janeiro Games. What was interesting for me as we watched those youngsters come in for Italy is their performance as a team grows when they entered the game. They became much better.
They really did. They pushed the ball. They were fast. They were being aggressive. You know, it's true. We saw Laura Mackey hit that first shot, and you said, oh, she's back. And then she got into foul trouble. Zandalasini comes in, and we all of a sudden say, here's the future. And it's exciting for Italy.
And the future is now. So Capobianco, the coach of Italy, high-fiving his players, and Ekrem Memnun. And I was really excited with Memnun the other day after the game when he was talking about this Turkey team. He thinks this Turkey program is on the verge of being at its strongest in its history over the next couple of years. So you say, well, no more Nevriye Yilmaz, and a lot of other those veteran players have gone, but guess what? It's only going to get better, and he's told us. So no matter what you think, Ekrem Memnun, you know, he's not optimistic, you know, falsely optimistic. I mean, he really believes it, and I think he's right. I think there's some good young players coming up, some tall, really tall, powerful players, and what we saw the other day, the performances from some of the youngsters was good as well.
And you know, Memnun knows coaching and knows talent, so I would listen to what he says.
Radic Kravla, good evening, everyone. Whether you're watching in Europe or somewhere else around the world, it's day 2 of the FIBA EuroBasket Women, and it's Turkey in red taking on Italy in white. And it's the battle of 1-0 teams, and just as they did the other day, Juanitra Hollingsworth is kind of the battering ram for Turkey here at the start. Ushul Alban sneaks in there and almost comes up with a steal against Dato.
So interesting. It looks like right off the back, Turkey has said, you know what, on a make, we're going to go into a full court press to a zone.
And Catherine Ress, 3 seconds. So a little bit of a tepid start. Now, Italy played the first game yesterday. Turkey played the second game, but they're now both playing the last game today, so they've had to wait a little bit longer. They actually have been in probably in an ideal situation.
Yeah, you know, they've had the most recovery time.
Hollingsworth. Janitez sneaks in and gets the rebound, and there's Hollingsworth again, goes in, tries to get the foul called.
I thought that was good defense by Ress, though. She stood her ground. She was straight up.
Satana, jump shot, and the ball comes down. Ushul-Albin. And her pass to Hollingsworth, she thought she was going to go out. Can you imagine if Ushul-Albin decided to stop dyeing her hair blonde, or stop bleaching her hair, what type of crisis that might create in the country? I mean, everybody knows her as the blonde-haired point guard.
You know what? I'm not sure that they would allow it. They would protest.
Dotto gets blocked by Hollingsworth. And that triggers a little break here for Albin. She hands it off to Vidarli. Now into Hollingsworth again, and she finds a way to the rim. And a deep breath and sigh from Capo Bianco over there on the Italian bench. He's like, oh dear, we're gonna have to deal with this tonight. Pass to Dotto. And open Chinelli, and that's the three. That'll make it a little bit more appealing to watch for Capo Bianco, who's now back up off his seat. Vidarli goes baseline, turns back into the lane. And boy, they're not making any bones about it. They're going to Hollingsworth every time down the floor.
Yeah, that's been clear that that's the game plan right now. Let's punch it into Hollingsworth, maybe get Italy, who has a short front line, into foul trouble.
And what about Mackey? Nothing like a couple of three-pointers to set things straight. One from Chinelli, another from Mackey.
And you know, Chinelli only played about 8.5 minutes yesterday, but obviously the coach has confidence in her and her ability, and he started her again today.
Ushul-Albin right at the line. And Janitez got her hands on it. The ball now is Satana, who was electric in the second half yesterday. Ress goes hard to the basket. Kind of lost control, though, as she released it. Out to Satana. They keep it alive. And Vidarli, with those quick hands, comes away with it. For Vidarli, 2 Olympic Games. She's the leader, really one of the leaders, the leader in that Turkey team. One of the leaders that finished second at the EuroBasket Women 2011. There's Mackey. Comes across midcourt. And Janitez steps in her way. Oh, Mackey, you're not going to stop her. She's going to keep coming. And Ekrememnum. A little bit of frustration watching Italy.
Feel like that's a veteran move right there.
It's 8 straight points. Yeah, it was. Mackey's, look at that. Turkey haven't scored since the 8:09 mark of the first quarter. Vidarli. And Janitez got blocked
doing
by
it
Mackey,
all.
the veteran.
Laura Mackey, you know, she started that game yesterday, but then she had 2 quick fouls and had to go out. We didn't really see a whole lot of her after that.
Not in the first half, definitely.
No. Well, you know, when Zandalicini comes in for you and he's like, unstoppable.
Yeah. Zandalicini. Dotto comes back out. Chinelli. Satana's over in the right corner. Dotto pulls up for a little jumper. So everybody Janetez attempted a shot for Italy. Remembering that the team that finishes first in each of the 4 groups will go straight to the quarterfinals. So there is much to be said for finishing first, and Becky almost knocked one in there. But Satana has the ball. And she scores, putting it up off the glass.
You know, she had a take like that last EuroBasket against Serbia at the end of the game, exactly like that. Unfortunately, they ended up losing that game in overtime.
Well, it's a 10-0 run now. Madarli for 3. Janetez with the rebound. And she, with that rebound, gets fouled. So she goes to the line. Janetez misses the first. Did you ever get a chance to play against Turkey?
Yeah, a few times. Yeah, we've played against Turkey.
And were they a frustrating team to play against?
Yeah, they really were. They were, you know, this is when Laura Sanders played, and I'm pretty sure she had quite a few points against us a few times. But honestly, that being said, I think it's their guards. We don't understand how experienced, how composed their 2 guards are, and their combo guards. Like, they can play together. They're just, they really gave us a lot of trouble on the pick and roll.
Well, Kathy Riss, she joins the scoring parade. Jump shot, mid-range. That's a 12-1 run for Italy. Madarli drives in, gets blocked by Riss. And Dato was fouled by Ursula Alban. And no timeout yet by Ekrememnon. Well, it didn't look good when Turkey scored the game's first 4 points for Italy, but since that point, the Azzurri have looked comfortable. Hollingsworth isn't really getting the touches down low.
Yeah, you know, those first 4 points were by Hollingsworth, and I think they need to calm down and go back to her.
So nearly off target there.
We saw Coach Memnum saying, come on, let's go, push the ball, get it down there fast.
Hollingsworth. And there you go again in the paint. And it was one of the things that he talked about. That we have changed the way that we want to play. We want to play faster. They don't want to use all 23 seconds on the shot clock. They don't have a problem putting the shot up early. Madarli out to Alban. Hands it back to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth follows up, misses again, is able to get the ball back. And Janetez this time crashes the boards. Well, Hollingsworth had some chances there.
Yeah, she did. I think she's a little frustrated in herself, maybe a little frustrated that she didn't get a call. But you know what? She was open, she just missed.
Senurek's going to come in. So Tana just a little bit short. Oh, nice dump from Alban, and she gets it to Hollingsworth, and then she has a stare at the referee. I don't know if she was upset that she didn't get a foul called the time before that.
We talked about Hollingsworth needing to get touches, and right now she has 8 out of their 9 points. So she's someone who maybe needs to get a quick breath, come back in the game, because she's a huge scorer for them.
You know, when these teams played in the group phase, or 2 years ago at the EuroBasket, Turkey won it 50-44. Alban. So Italy really struggled to put points on the board in that game. And Turkey, again, not really in a rush to be putting up a lot of shots. So hesitation, and Chanili was able to get her hands up and come up with the steal. So Tanner now on the break. 14-9. Dato was trying to intercept that pass. Albin gets to the Badarli. And Albin just kind of lost control of it. She was shooting it off the wrong foot. And Dato left open.
You know, she kind of hesitated. I think she thought defense was going to close out on her, and then they didn't. You always talk about shooters. Just shoot in rhythm. You know, if coach says a fast break three is okay, shoot in rhythm. Don't hesitate.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Sylvia Dominguez. Dato. And rest called for a foul. I really expected at EuroBasket 2013, after watching Dato, that she would just skyrocket. And she's still in the team. I'm not sure that she's progressed as quickly as I would have anticipated, but how about Formica? She had a good game the other day. She's come in. Hannah has come in. And Zanda Lassini, number 9. There she is. And boy, it's going to be awfully difficult for her to live up to her reputation after yesterday. I keep saying the other day, yesterday. And she is just so good. Senurek misses the first one.
Yeah, she really is. You know, she had 18 points yesterday, but she just came in. I think her first shot was a 3, and she made it.
Yeah, she just set the bar high for herself.
She really did. And then you talk about Formica. Do you remember how many beautiful post moves she had, and the ball went in and out?
Yeah, she did everything but finish. She ended up hitting some jump shots. Now the pass goes to Formica. Oh, look at that. She just can't quite, you could tell that she really works on her game.
She really does. She works on moves, she works on post moves, footwork, finishing. She's left-handed, but you know, she works on finishing with both hands. And she just hasn't found the bottom of the net, you know, in this game and this last move that she just had.
She's, you know, she's still got time on her side. Charlar backs up Zanda Lassini. That was the matchup beforehand, and this time Giantes has been crashing the boards, and that time she's able to score with the putback and get it back to a 2-point game.
And who's open?
Zanda Lassini!
She says, did you guys not watch game film from yesterday?
Ushul Albin for 3. And that's how it finishes. The Zanda Lassini 3 takes the advantage back up to 17-12 for Italy at the end of the first quarter. So Italy with 3 3-pointers, including that one from Zanda Lassini. They've yet to make it to the free throw line. So Italy on top 17-12, and as we watch the highlights, and this will probably be Hollingsworth and one of her first. Yes, I know we both want to talk more about Zanda Lassini because she's such an exciting talent, but I did say Formica has time on her side to work on that finish. I mean, she turned 24 in March, so typically the bigger players you know, need a little bit more time to develop, and she'll probably get there in the next couple of years.
And you know, like you mentioned, you can tell that she puts individual time probably away from practice, away from 5-on-5. She's working on her own, on her game, trying to get post moves down and finishing. So, like you said, that's the upside to her and her game right now.
When these teams met back in 2015 at the EuroBasket, Satana had 8 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Masiadri, who's yet to check in, had 13 points and 6 rebounds. They kind of led the way for the Italians.
Yeah, and you talk about the Italians, you know, I think they finished a disappointing 15th at the last, 2015 EuroBasket. Turkey finished 5th. But we said yesterday, Italy only lost by about 4 or 5 points every game, so it wasn't like they got blown out.
No, they weren't horrendous at all. Now, add some of the talents that they have with Penna and Zandalasini, and it's a different look.
It is, and they said she was maybe possibly going to be on that team, but she decided to skip that summer just to finish her studies.
Right. Well, she is smart. It's important.
Well, you can tell she's such a smart basketball player already.
So Koksal in the game for Turkey as well. And Hollingsworth gets it inside, and this time, as she puts it up, she was also pushed, and she will get a
Look
free
at this
throw.
pass from Albin.
It seemed like Memnum was having a go at Kirksel, but I didn't know why. She didn't seem to do anything wrong that time. She was setting her feet outside on the perimeter, unless I understood that wrong. So Satana comes out, and here's Chalar, Ojai Chalar, who again is a part of that promising future, and it'll be interesting to see how her role evolves, if it does at all, in this tournament. I thought she played well yesterday. She played 2 years ago at the EuroBasket, and had her highs and lows, and ended up hitting the biggest shot for Turkey to get him into the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. So the three-point play makes it a 2-point game. Zandalasini. Now Dotto. Zandalasini. Ooh, tough pass handled by Dotto with the shot clock running down. Penna tried to follow it up, put it up and in, and was unsuccessful. Grippa guarding Koksal. She's going to be open. She's got the look. Nope, she's going to pass it over to Albin. And the block called on Dotto.
That was very unselfish basketball by Turkey there. I thought Koksal passed up a shot to, pass to the better shooter in Albin, and Albin said, "Oh wait, I see Saglar down on the baseline. That's her area. That's her expertise." One more pass, and you know what? That was great ball movement, and sure enough, they drew a foul.
Oh, nice spin move from Shaker, but she doesn't finish, and impressive rebound by Zandalasini. And Dotto was bumped, but she's saying she was hit, but I think the referees made the right decision there. Well, I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe Hollingsworth did slide in front of her.
No, I think she's saying it went off Saglar's leg.
Okay. Off whose leg?
Saglar's leg. But you always tell your guards, especially, which
Crippa getting stuck in and getting the foul called.
it's important to stay under control and not jump to pass, because then you get stuck. If you don't have anyone to pass to, you're stuck.
Memnum trying to had his way with the ref over there on the sideline. And now Hollingsworth clearing out down low. Gets the foul called on her. See if there's a, yes, well, one of those things, isn't it? WNBA, she might have gotten away with that. He's planting that foot strong, but also almost with a little bit of intent to get some contact.
And I think it was also, you know, kind of flailed her arms a little. But, you know, Catherine Rest, she's a strong body. She's not going to move easily.
No, but also she's maybe selling it a little bit.
Veteran move.
Dato keeps putting them up, and this time she finally gets one to fall. Dato. So her first two on her fourth attempt. Charlar. Now Alban. Shacker. And that triggers a break for Dato. And she's open, so she takes it.
You know, I know she just hit her last one. I think maybe they could have been a little bit more patient and maybe run an offense there.
Yeah.
Seemed a little rushed, a little uncalled for.
Did a little bit more Zandalicini
wow.
in it. And look at Ilse Alban get into the lane.
And you know, she's so good at getting into the lane and kicking to the open person. So that time Italy were kind of watching where her eyes were, thinking she was going to pass out. Sure enough, opened up the lane for her.
Nice pass, Rest to Penna. And it didn't finish. And Chalar gets inside. And Kuxel reaches in and fouls to stop the break. Italy's still on top by 2. Well, Memnum hasn't really felt the need to burn many timeouts. He's just let his team play out of it. He thinks he's got the intelligence in the backcourt, especially. And they have come back. But they've called a timeout finally.
Tembellik yapmayın. Buraya gelince hareketle içeriden bir yerden çıkıp top alın. Olduğunuz yerde beklemeyin. Çünkü defans yapıyor herifler. Tamam, fundamental'ı topu alın. Üçlük tehdit pozisyonuna gel. İlk offense punch. Topu almaya çalış. Big to big. If not, look inside from the other side. If not, we can offense.
Nessuno andava a marcare vero. Difesa dura. Chiaro, e non falli perché c'hanno bonus. Quindi 4 alto, ma la partita è la difesa. Andiamo, dai.
Can you see the contrast in styles between these two coaches in terms of tactics or?
You know, not really.
Emotions?
I think they're both pretty intense, and you know, they're going to get their point across. Neither of them really yet have raised their voice, and like you said, Memnum kind of took a while to call a timeout and let his team fight through the ugliness a little bit. But you know, it's early, and you don't really want to use timeouts if you don't have to, because you might need them at the end of the game. So, like you said, he trusts in his experienced veterans, and sure enough, they've pulled back within 2.
Nice find to Zandalicini, and you know, sometimes when you watch players go up, you wonder if they're going to finish. You don't wonder about it when she goes up, do you?
No.
She is good.
I know. She's athletic, she's tall, she can shoot, she's comfortable everywhere.
She's tantalizing. And Masiadri's come into the game meanwhile for Italy. And what a play by Hollingsworth. And that's what she has to do. You know what? She's good enough to where she doesn't have to barge into people. You know what? Just take the contact. She's got a nice shot.
She really does, you know. And that's a tough call, because you have Catherine Rest with 2 fouls already, halfway through the second quarter. They don't have a lot of post players, Italy, so you don't want to see her get into foul trouble.
We might see the reintroduction of Formica here soon.
Yeah, you know, he's left Ress out there right now, but you don't want her to get her third.
Zandalicini, oh, I sold her as the can't-miss product, the can't-miss kid the last time, and there she missed it.
You know, it looked like that to me. She kind of saw Ishil Album coming over for help, and I think she got a little scared that she was going to get taken out from underneath.
Boy, Turkey want to go inside whenever they can to Hollingsworth. I mean, Albin is just such a great point guard.
She really is. She knows where her players are at all time, and she's so skilled that she can create every single time for them. But you know, we already have Turkey's in bonus with 5.5 minutes left.
Jorda's come in meanwhile. That's Jora, number 3. She didn't play yesterday. And Hollingsworth short, so Italy's done a good job. They fell behind 4-0, and they reeled off, went on a big run. And they've been in front ever since, but Turkey had a chance to take the lead on this trip down, but Hollingsworth has missed the first one. And she makes the second one. And a foul called. So yeah, they started out with a 4-0 lead, and then Italy scored 10 unanswered points, capped by a Satana jump shot. And then Turkey had gradually battled their way back and tied it, now at 21. Zandalicini at the line, and I was almost about to say, well, maybe she's forcing it a little bit here, but she's a star.
You know what, and Italy's a little taller right now, especially at the 3 guard, Zandalicini, so I think that's something that they recognize and they need to keep going to.
Oh, Albin, a little bit uncharacteristic of her, seemed a bit soon for her. Guarini had a good game.
There we go. We go to the mismatch again. And now they come over to trap.
Ress, she can shoot it, and she knocks it in. And all of a sudden, it goes back up to 5 points, the Azzurri advantage.
You know, look at the evolution of the post game. A lot of posts now can step out and shoot the 3. They never would have left the paint 20 years ago.
You're right. I mean, she's a stretch 5.
She really is. A lot of them are. We've seen a lot today.
Ishil Albin tried.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Cardinal sin.
Yes. Never save the ball on the defensive end for right behind the basket.
Ishil Albin takes it, and great defense. Guarini. Masiadri. Kripa for 3. And for me, that's not a shot they need to take. They're almost going to rush.
You know, if that was Zandalicini, would have you said the same?
Well, Zandalicini would have been, you almost wanted to get a touch, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it depends on who it is, right?
Janitez goes down the lane. Hollingsworth for the offensive rebound and put back. Goodness gracious, 17 points. You know,
17.
Man, we'd already decided Zirkova was going to be the player of the game, but now Hollingsworth has thrust herself into contention. Oh, wow. This is what I'm talking about. Get her a touch.
Yeah.
You're a coach. Go tell Capobianco. Zandalicini now picks up her second foul, and the question is, will she remain in the game with 2:42? I would be tempted to take her out with a 5-point lead. Yep, that was the putback by Hollingsworth. And that's a monster first half for Hollingsworth.
Good call, Coach. Look
Yeah,
who's going out.
Zandolicini needs to come out. Capobianco and I are on the same wavelength.
Don't you feel as a commentator, you become a player, a coach, a ref,
A
fan?
Yes, more of the fan. I get excited about this. I can't contain it. De Preto, meanwhile, comes in. And Lucian Alban just keeps ticking it along. Interesting, Jordan didn't stay out there very long, did she? She's back on the bench. And Schacker's in. So Darley comes back in for Ushul Alban. I love saying her first name, don't you?
Ushul Alban.
Ushul.
I know.
It's spelled I-S-I-L.
And she gets a well-deserved break right now, having played the entire game so far.
Trippa to Guarini. Guarini doesn't need to force it. She hands it off and she forced it to Trippa. And Shacker draws the foul from Guarini. I think Guarini, they're trying to run a play and Turkey are clogging the paint. No need to make that pass.
Yeah, you know, they kind of ran that same play where they ISO Zandolicini down low, but Zandolini's taller.
Zandolicini?
Yes, sorry, Zandolicini's taller, and I think you were just forcing it. It wasn't there, so run a different play. Yeah, it worked with one player, but not the other player.
And Shacker makes the first one. She's getting more minutes tonight. Yesterday she came in, had a pretty good run, then went to the bench for the rest of the half, but this time she's come back out there. So Minden tinkering. And she only makes 1 of 2.
Yeah, talking about Shacker, you know, she's still young. She only played 17 minutes yesterday, but she had 7 points and 5 assists.
Yeah, she was effective yesterday. And here she is. She looks more comfortable out there this year. And look who's back. Miss Mackey. Laura Mackey. She misses the reverse. I wonder why Mackey seems to go to the bench for long spells.
Age-related? Were you looking at me like, hey, Shona, why do you go to the bench for long spells?
Yes.
But, you know, Italy were doing well while she was on the bench, so why make a change? Give her a little bit of a break if you can.
It's like you said, it's a long tournament. And a foul before the shot. And Hollingsworth is quite possibly going to have the best first half of anybody. I don't think anybody has scored as many points as her in the first half. I know that Yakupova did yesterday at 17 first half.
Yeah, I think it was 17.
And right now she's on 17. So she makes this one. She goes to 18. But I could be wrong. And you know what? I have to tip my hat to Hollingsworth because she had a tough second half yesterday. And she's come back out today and followed the game plan, and it's been okay.
You know, she really did. She had those 3 moving screen fouls called against her.
It was a weird game for her yesterday.
It really was. She couldn't get in a rhythm. Every time she kind of made a basket, she would get a weird foul, sort of. So I think today she's a lot more comfortable. You know, obviously she doesn't have any moving screen fouls called against her.
Well, this much we do know, that Capobianco is sweating. He has got some wet hair there.
He is Italian. It might just be a lot of gel.
That's true. That's a good question for the press conference. Is that sweat or gel? So he calls the timeout, and every possession is important.
A difendere. Andiamo a giocare lì, ma il problema è un altro. Adesso chi marca la lunga taglia fuori. Pensassi solo a lei. Però mi piacerebbe vedere Gaia qui, Giorgia qui, Valeria qui, Masha qui, qua dentro, cacchio. La palla cade a terra, tuffatevi! Tuffatevi! Tuffatevi che dobbiamo vincere, abbiamo voglia di vincere!
Now, can I just say, first of all, that I don't understand it. But boy, does that sound good. I wish I could speak Italian.
Honestly,
That's like a
I'm
song
not
or
quite sure
something.
what Shockwave meant, but I think he was talking about defense and Hollingworth spinning the ball so low, and I was like, yes, go! I just got excited by his timeout speech. Shut her down, foul before the shot.
Memnon much more calm and measured.
It
was almost kind of like, Capo Bianco was kind of like the John Belushi speech in Animal House. Do you remember that?
Great movie. But you know, that might just be the Italian spirit as well. You know, they like
this one for the Gipper.
Yes! You know, everything kind of ends on a high note, right? Every word ends on a high note, so.
I thought he was criticizing him, and then everybody was like, yeah!
Let's go!
1:34 remaining, and Hollingsworth. This is impressive. Somebody tweet that. 18 points and 10 rebounds for Hollingsworth. Give it up for
Do it
Q.
quickly. Be the first.
I mean, 18 points and 10 rebounds. She should be able to go home for the rest of the night. She has done a day's work in the first half.
And you know what? With 18 points and 10 rebounds, you would actually expect Turkey to be up right now.
But you know what? Italy maybe say, okay, we'll let Q have the 18 and 10, but if we're winning, that's okay. Ooh, the step out from Hollingsworth, and that, I've got to tell you, unless he saw some serious hand arm grabbing there, he's got to give that to Turkey.
Let's see here.
Look at this, watch. I mean, a little bit of hand check, but I think you got to reward the D.
That was a strong step out.
Satana, and this is Inshallah, gets the rebound. Perhaps justice prevailed there. So Hollingsworth even helping out on the defense like that. And she's been the star of the game, even more than Zandalicini. But Hollingsworth calls for challenge.
So I guess coach has decided to put Maschiadri on Hollingsworth and see if she can kind of annoy her a little bit. Maybe front, she's a little bit more athletic, a little bit more agile. I'm not sure, but that's a tall order for someone.
Maschiadri, see.
You know, she's more of a 4 player. She's giving up a lot of inches.
Guarini, Maschiadri.
Oh, nice rebound.
Rebound, Depreto. Satana, 14 on the shot clock. Satana's struggling a bit with the ball handling. Pena. And Janitez with the rebound. And what if Turkey take the lead before the half? That'll be a little bit of a psychological lift for them, won't it?
Yeah, there's about a 6-second difference. So you imagine they're going to try and wind it down and get a good shot like this.
Oh, look at that! The cutting Janitez with a chance for an and one. You know what's really interesting? One of the developments in this game for Turkey has been the repeated movement of Janitez going hard to the hoop. Have you noticed that?
I have, and have you noticed how hard she's also crashed the boards? She hasn't necessarily come up with them, but she's been crashing and she's been causing a little bit of problems for Italy.
She has. So Italy, the last pep talk gets work. Well, this one, I can't wait to listen. But they trail 30-28 with 15.8 seconds remaining.
Codice normale. Ale, stai qua però. Anche se fanno zona. Quindi, Giorgia, tieni la palla. Vieni a bloccare. Come vai? Guarda anche questo. Vieni a prendere, attacca.
We couldn't enjoy it as much because of the rock music in the background, but I think we got the drift. 18 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, that's a superstar effort there in the first half.
That's an already MVP performance for the entire game, let alone the first half.
Give me good defense.
They inbound it to Guarini. And she goes behind her back, so they'll try to hold on to it for the last shot. Green drifts in. Oh, nice little step back from her. And De Preto gets it just in the nick of time. And Italy are the team that get the lift right at the end.
You know, that they stuck with it. They kind of weathered a storm from Turkey, I think. And this is a close game. This is an exciting game. You know, these two teams are fighting for first place in Group B, probably.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
El Clasico, as they say in Italian. Or maybe they don't. Maybe that's Spanish. El Clasico? Anyway, it's 30-30, and I think that's a good score line because it shows how even it's actually been. And the great thing is there's 20 more minutes to come. So tell me what you see when you look at this.
I mean, it's pretty even. You know, Turkey but when you're going inside into Hollingsworth so often, you're not looking at three-pointers. 0 free throw attempts from Italy. That means maybe they're not being as aggressive as they should. Rebounding's pretty even. Assists, you know, a few more fouls because Turkey were going inside to Hollingsworth every possession.
And which coach is going to go into the locker room now and slam the clipboard down and have a go at the players?
You know, I'm not sure you can really get that on them because I don't think anyone's played particularly bad. Sure, coach is going to say, listen, if Hollingsworth wants to go off and they want to go in every possession, okay, but then we have to shut down every other single player for them. And maybe try and say, you know, we need to limit Ishel Album's touches because she's the one who's creating. She's the one who's passing to Hollingsworth.
That's interesting, but you know what? That's easier said than done when it comes to trying to put any type of control on Ushul Album. Because she has a knack for getting her hands on the ball, and she's extremely difficult to stop.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she's talented. There's a reason why she's a EuroLeague winner, has success at the national team level.
And remember yesterday how Hollingsworth had the stronger first half, and then she came out and struggled in the second half. So maybe we haven't seen her trying to set that many screens today, have we?
No, we really haven't. And maybe that's something Italy should talk about at halftime. Say, you know, whoever's being guarded by Hollingsworth, get involved in the pick and roll, get involved in the screening actions because maybe you'll force her to switch, maybe you'll force her to get into a little bit of foul trouble. She only has, I think, one right now? Yeah, she has one foul, so if you want to try and take someone out of their game, go at them.
It's a fascinating, it's really interesting to watch because both coaches are not over-coaching it because they're getting some decent execution from their players. You know, I think Memnum is happy overall with the execution of his team. They're not rushing things. I mean, there were times I felt like when Italy were rushing it a bit, but they kind of came back and made some plays. So I think, again, it's, you know, it's not a must-win for these teams, but I think in terms of the overall growth of these teams in this tournament, this is a very important game. Perhaps even more so for Italy, because, you know, Italy have not been on the big-time international basketball scene per se. So they want to reconfirm yesterday's result with a big result today. Turkey, you know, been there, done that. I think they could weather the storm and get another win in a couple of days.
Yep, I completely agree with you. I think Italy wants to send a message to, you know, everyone watching, to all the other teams in this tournament. Hey, you know, we're better than we've shown in the past.
So 30-all here at halftime, and we'll be right back in the Czech Republic. Well, it's 30-30. It's Italy and Turkey, and we are right in a knotted classic here at the EuroBasket Women, day 2. I mean, it's a little bit of a chess match, perhaps. Pretty exciting. Both teams 1-0, trying to go to 2-0 and take the inside track to first place in the group and a bye to the quarterfinals. And both with aspirations of doing something special for their homelands, for their countries. And right now, it's too close to call. I don't know what's going to happen. But with a couple minutes before we tip it off here in the second half, Shona Thorburn has been snooping around in the tunnel, trying to listen in outside the locker room of both teams. And I'm wondering if her eavesdropping has uncovered anything. Shona?
Unfortunately, my Italian is not really up to par, and neither is my Turkish.
But were there any clipboards slammed or thrown against the wall?
I did not see any broken clipboards in the locker rooms. You know, I don't think these two coaches can be too disappointed. I think it's been a good game. I think it's been a solid game from both sides, offensively, defensively. You know, Hollingsworth is going off. I'm sure that was talked about in the locker room for Italy. But that being said, they've also limited the points from their other players. And you never see one person having 44 points, 45 points, 50, and no one else scoring a double digit and getting the win. So,
well, if it's as I expect, you know, it's going to be a game that goes right down to the wire.
Yeah, you know, it's exciting for the fans. It's exciting for us as a player. You like to have a comfortable lead.
But I feel like we've got a point to prove to those people in Prague that yes, even here in this part of the world, this part of the Czech Republic, we can come up with a game that's decided at the buzzer.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen a couple on the in Prague in groups C and D. They've had some overtime games, so maybe this will be that game for us.
I mean, before we start, we got to say something about Belgium. Let's talk about Belgium real quickly. They won today against Russia 76-75, and that has continued an amazing start for them, an amazing, thrilling start for Belgium. Remember, Belgium haven't really been at the party for a while. They led Montenegro yesterday by a big number. Montenegro came back, and then Belgium won it 66-64. So hats off to the lowlanders.
Yeah, you know, maybe they haven't been around the dance too often, but they definitely have players who have played at elite levels, who have been some of the best European players in Ann Waters. They have a young star in Emma Messman. They have Mesdag, who's, you know, known in Eurocup to be a lights-out shooter.
And also, don't forget, tip your hat to Slovenia winning a thriller today against Greece. But now we're back here, we're live. The second half is underway between Italy and Turkey. And Catherine Ress, as you said, probably something was said about slowing down Hollingsworth. And sure enough, she picks up a foul like 6 seconds, or 9 seconds rather, into the second half because of Hollingsworth.
That foul could be very important.
And then Hollingsworth actually gets the ball, misses, and puts it back up and in. So she goes to 20 points. And on top of that, she got a rebound from that. 20 points, 11 rebounds.
We call that padding your stats.
Yes. Mackey. And another rebound. There was no stat padding there with that rebound. That was an impressive one. And she gets it out to Vardarli, who slows it up.
Okay, so you see Italy in a zone now. They're saying, you know what, we're going to make you score from outside.
Vardarli.
The hardest thing in a zone, though, is to box out. You have to find someone because you're not playing man-to-man.
Ursula Albin goes in and strangely misses. She doesn't usually miss that one. Dato quickly goes to the other end. And Zandalicini, who sat for the last 2.5 minutes of the first half, hands it off, and Mackey just missed the easiest of layups.
You know, talking about Italy being in a zone, I said that's a sign that we're telling you score from outside. Out of the 30 points that Turkey had at halftime, 20 of them came from inside the paint.
Hollingsworth yet again. And Capo Bianco paces, and he's like, okay, this is starting to get serious now. Hollingsworth has 22 points, and that's twice now we haven't stopped her. Points in the paint, 24 for Turkey, 14 for the Italians. Zandalicini. Oh, what a shifty move, but her jumper is too long. And you feel Turkey kind of getting a little bit of a grip here on the game. Benitez over to Çağlar. And Çağlar's attempt rims out. And look at Zandalicini beat Ushul Albin to the ball. That doesn't happen often. And then she goes in for the layup.
And we thought Albin was fast?
I'm not sure I even saw that. Can we rewind that? Zandalicini with 11 points. It's a double take. There's Albin, throws it back out to Vidarli, who goes back, probes, 4 on the shot clock. Albin to Hollingsworth, and I think that's the right call.
I do too.
But I also think who is it that's going down? Is it
Laura
Red?
Mackey.
Oh, Mackey.
Let's take a look here. Oh yes.
Oh yeah, no question.
That was a hard elbow to the face.
She's going out.
Oh, I think
Capo
there's blood.
Bianco, they're one unsportsmanlike. There's no intent there.
They did call it an unsportsmanlike. The refs just talk, and I do believe it's not
Can I
unsportsmanlike.
just say that's very strange? Let's just say it is a very difficult foul. It's a very difficult situation.
Oh, here you go.
Zandalicini.
Not many people beat Albin.
We probably got some blood there that they're going to have to deal with. But you know, for a second there, it looked like the referee was pausing and like he didn't know if he was going to call a block or a charge. And that's why I say it's a bit strange to get the unsportsmanlike call. But maybe after consulting with the other refs, they said, listen,
yes.
it's an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, you know, because that is the right call. You saw some blood on the towel there from Laura Mackey. It is the right call, and he didn't see how hard that hit was.
Right.
The other ref did, right?
Right.
So I don't. Was it on purpose? No. But she went with her elbow.
Yeah.
And you know.
But if you're tall, I mean, she's tall, isn't she? So she raises her hands up. And she turns.
It's what you're taught.
Did she lead with her elbow, or?
Yeah, I think she did. But honestly, that's what coaches want. That's what is taught to post players. Yeah, her jaw is.
She's like, is this what I came back for? Man, gosh.
She's heading to the locker room.
I mean, clearly, Hollingsworth didn't mean to do it, but you really feel bad for Laura Mackey.
Yeah, no, you do. You know, Hollingsworth is not a dirty player. There was no intent involved. It's just, she's strong.
Yeah. I can't understand how Masiagli would miss one of those. She would be the best free throw shooter. Anyway, so the ball goes over to Italy, and really we hope that Mackey's going to be okay, because
that'll be a big loss for Italy if she's not going to return this game.
but also you just hope she's all right.
Yeah.
Benitez gets it. Vidarli puts up a three-pointer, and Rest catches it. And see if this whole incident fires up Italy. It seems like it's put an extra charge in the step of Satana. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
That was a star right there.
She is already so good. And she is only going to improve. That's scary.
She went straight at Hollingsworth.
Yeah, she is not intimidated, that's for sure.
And Rest is doing a good job on the boards now. I wonder if it's affected Hollingsworth a little bit. Masiagli for three. And look at Zandalicini hustle to the ball. looked like it went off Italy, to be honest. Look at this. She lowers herself a little bit to get herself a little bit of space.
And I think be able to kind of elevate as opposed to sort of going off just one step really fast, you know? She is so talented.
And now the turnover. So a little bit of, for the first time, Memnum looks a little bit irked how things are going with some of the calls. So he's trying to keep it in check. He got a couple of texts at one of the games last year, and Ushal hits a three.
That's what Italy's saying. Hey, score from outside. And the thing is, Turkey can score from outside. They just haven't had to yet.
Oh, she let her too much with that Santamassini, and looked like Italy caught a break. So we have a technical foul to be called on the Turkish bench. So somebody said something. I'm not sure that it was from the coach. But you know, we were talking about it. For the first time, you can see Memnum was getting a little bit annoyed.
Yeah, I think he's getting a little frustrated.
As Angelosini comes over and hands it off. Oh, great defense by Chala. Satana. And now the charge will be called on rest.
And that's going to be her 4th foul. That is huge.
Wow. Rest needs to know better than that. I mean, Hollingsworth was in position.
She really does.
So great play. And, you know, the intensity level has gone up with the technical foul.
You know, I know Hollingsworth is having a great game and you want to go with what's working, but it's interesting to me that Memnum.
Memnum, yeah. Oh, and it goes, and the block by Zandalasini. And a little bit of,
yeah, a little bit of attitude after that block. I like it.
Satana goes right down the lane, misses. I think you got to give Zandalasini the touch after the block.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Darley with a jump stop, gets it back out to Albin. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Shazier Vegan into the game. And Formica, now a chance to run. Dato up to Zandalasini. She doesn't miss.
She is spectacular. You know what? She is MVP candidate right now in this tournament.
She is. Chalar with the miss, gets it back. Chalar's looking pretty good all of a sudden. Again,
they haven't got back on defense.
She misses. Formica couldn't get the ball, got tangled up with Hollingsworth. A couple of layups have gone awry.
And you know, that's really bad defense by Turkey, though. They scored and they didn't get back.
Three-point attempt, no good. Long rebound to the corner. To Vegan. Shazi Vegan from the right. Can't get it to go down. Chalar, good. She's been solid the last couple of minutes.
She has. She kind of settled those Italian fans in this gym right now.
That's a frustrating sequence for Italy because they had a couple of layups that they missed. They also let a couple of offensive rebounds go to Turkey. And the pass from Zandalasini to Formica. Zandalasini goes up for the rebound.
She can jump, eh?
Yeah, she's
fast,
competing.
she can jump.
She's competing with Hollingsworth for those rebounds. that Italy needs to come up with a plan for Zandalicini to get the ball in her hands quickly. She should be the first option.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know, we talked about that experience. Shazia Vega picks up about that experience of not just at the under-20s, but the fact that she played at the EuroLeague Women this season.
Yeah,
so,
you know, she plays around 22 minutes a game.
So, you know, she's not going to back down from anybody. Gatto. Over to Formica. And passes it up. Passes out to, you know, and she hits the three-pointer. Write this date down, folks. FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017. If you didn't know her already, Zandalicini, a star is born. She is on fire in the first couple of games. And De Preto goes down, draws the foul, the charge rather, and now Capobianco's Azzurri have possession. And that foul was on Ojai Shakur. So Shakur picks up her second.
You know, again, you talk about guards coming to a stop before making a pass, and she got in the air and just ran right into the defense.
You know, as good as we were saying Hollingsworth was playing, she's got 22 points now. Zandalicini has 18. Incredible.
But you know, she had 9 in the first half in her first.
From the corner. That was deep.
It was too close for her. It wasn't a three.
And Dato puts it up and misses, and Hollingsworth goes up for a good, strong rebound. Is it De Preto that picks up the foul?
You know, Zandalicini had 9 points at half, but she got those 2 fouls, and coach took her out. So she actually only had 1 substitution. She didn't play again.
Rebounds for Hollingsworth. And Shakur goes up against Kripa. So Hollingsworth was such the player that Turkey were going to every time, and now Kripa did a great job of reading that.
Yeah, she did. And you know Turkey is going to Hollingsworth. You know that's where the pass is going.
Oh, breakdown. They get it to Janites, and fortunately for Italy, she missed a shot.
And you know why that was open? Because Formica was so worried about Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth went and set that screen there, and she was sticking because she was so worried about Hollingsworth. Sure enough, no switch.
Yep.
It's an easy
pass.
There you go.
So Janites misses the first. So again, it could have been a 3-point play, and now Turkey might just come away with 1 point at the max. With the offensive rebound on a miss. Now they do miss both, and they come away with nothing. Dato again up to Kripa. Well, Dato's not afraid to make that full-court pass, is she? Zandalicini, De Preto. Zandalicini goes up, and so she's human now. She's missed a couple of jumpers. De Preto picks up another quick one here. No question. But at least you could say she was challenging Hollingsworth.
Yeah.
But Hollingsworth has a chance now to go to 24 points. And the interesting thing is, obviously, right now it's 41-41, so it remains tight. Just like so many of these games are at the FIBA EuroBasket. Hollingsworth now puts Turkey in front. Both free throws are good. So 24 points, 16 rebounds for Juanita. And Cirilli comes in for Zandalasini. And, you know, I feel bad for Cirilli because probably she could get more playing time if Zandalasini wasn't having such a terrific tournament. Ooh, tough shot from Cripple. What was she doing? What was she doing?
Yeah, I think that was a little ill-advised. I know she's regretting that shot.
Capobianco might need to get a timeout. And another offensive foul.
I don't know if it was on Hollingsworth or the cross screen for her.
Oh, shocker. Picks up her third foul. That's a shocker. Now, Formica turns.
Oh, yes.
DePreto open.
Oh, that looked good. Oh, great rebound, though.
Long. And Janitez reaches in and commits the foul, so that's free throws. Grippa sneak in. And Shazay Vegan that committed the foul.
You know, Italy's had some great looks this quarter. They've missed fast break layups. They should actually be happy that they're only down 2.
So Grippa goes 1 of 2. They're now 3 of 6 at the line in the game, and they trail by a point. Ooh. I think Dotto thought she was going to get a forearm offensive foul. That's what she's pleading for. Watch this. Ooh.
I mean,
I don't understand.
Maybe that's a no call. She's just trying to jump over the screen, right?
Yeah, I don't get that. I think Dotto's right.
But you know, Italy's going to get the ball back with 14 seconds. They should be able to get a good shot off.
But remember, we saw in the first half, we thought Shacker and Hollingsworth had trapped Satana, and they called the foul. So what comes around goes around. And she makes both free throws, and now the lead is 3 points. Satana brings it up with the final 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Satana got in there, put up an air ball. And not only that, she's left a little bit of time for Turkey.
I don't think that's a shot that they really wanted.
Well, it definitely wasn't the result they wanted. Sanitez throws it to Chalar, quick play. What a play. I'll tell you what, Chalar had a terrific pass, and Shocker, she just controlled it. She had time.
She actually, I don't think she knew how much time she had. She might have been able to take a dribble and gone in for a normal layup.
Anyway, 45-42 at the end of 3 quarters, and you can see the shooting stats. Well, as you look at some of the highlights, there is some foul trouble in this game. Catherine Ress has 4 for Italy. Nobody else has 3. Oh, no, excuse me, Formica, their other big, has 3. But don't forget, they've also lost Mackey. So Mackey taking the elbow from Hollingsworth and is lost for the game and perhaps longer. We don't know yet. She hasn't come back since she left the locker room with ice on her mouth and everything else. And the foul trouble, well, there is no foul trouble at all for Turkey. Shacker has 3 fouls, but Nobody else with more than 2. So Turkey have left some shots out there at the free throw line today. They're 14 of 21, and they've gotten to the line a lot more than the Italians, that's for sure. They were 3 of 5. So Zandalicini has had a breather, and I think she comes back out because she really is their best offensive option.
She really is. She can play within the offense, but she can also create for herself.
I just think they need to get her a touch. I don't think there's any way Charlar could stick with her if she puts it on the deck. Well, it's going to be Chirilli from the corner.
Why
and
not?
There you go. Chirilli says, hey, we can coexist together in the same court. I can play with Zandalicini. Well, that was a 2-pointer. Offensive foul. And is this one on Janitez or Hollingsworth?
I'm not sure. Or Vardarli.
That's on Hollingsworth.
Okay.
Well, that's 3 fouls. That's interesting. Hollingsworth has that habit of picking them up quickly, so Kamika's going to go right at her. And she's called for travel for moving her pivot. Look at the Italian fans. They've shown up in force tonight.
And they're excited.
Charlar turns. Oh, she's been good, hasn't she?
Yes,
Obviously
she has.
missed it. And Chirilli comes in. Thought she had a jump ball there, but I thought a foul. Chirilli with her first foul. Hollingsworth catches it in traffic and gets to the free throw line.
And you know, the last time they didn't switch and Turkey had a wide open shot, ended up getting a foul going to the line. This time they switch and it's a mismatch. You kind of, in that kind of a situation, you want a little bit of help from the defender who is on the person with the ball out of bounds.
Why is Hollingsworth so short on that free throw? She's tired?
It was almost an air ball, actually.
Yeah, she's short on that one as well.
Yeah.
And quickly, Zandalicini has the bit between the teeth. So instead of going up by 3, Turkey now in danger of trailing, and there's a foul. And that's number 4 on Shaker. So they didn't have any foul trouble, but now they do. And she's going to have to come out, I'm guessing. And Ursula Alban presumably is going to come in shortly. Yes, she is. She's getting right off the bench. Oh, so kind of splits the D. And then great play by Shaker. Says, well, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to make a play before I go out. But then great hustle by Italy to get back down and to get the block. But I like the attitude by Shaker. And Dato goes in with the left hand and puts Italy in front.
That was a great, strong move. And that's a beautiful finish with her offhand.
Just looking to see if Mackey had come back, but she hasn't. So we'll check on that one after the game. 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. Is that as tight as it can get. Janitez. Long. Dato challenges for the rebound, but can't control it. Look at Dato here. She says, I'm taking this. She went shot it amongst the trees.
So Italy back in their zone. That might have just been because of the out of bounds, because they have been scored on twice.
Ghazali. And now Formica with the board. And Zandalicini is not going to make Turkey happy to see Zandalicini with the ball. I would really love to see Zandalicini have it and try to go right at Charlotte, just to see if she could do it. So Tana gets in and kind of hangs in the air, takes the shot and misses it.
I feel like she's forcing it a little bit. You know, as you said, why not run a play for Zandalicini? See if they can guard her one-on-one.
Yeah, I think so. I'm ssure somebody would drop off and help if she got past Charlotte.
Absolutely, they have to.
But then
she's proven
somebody's
that
going to be
she can
open.
score.
Darley. And Chinili called for a foul on the box out. Here we go again. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Well, you can see why they called that.
Don't you love how players never think they foul?
No, it's like body slam. I didn't do anything.
And then you kind of want to say, just watch game film. I promise you did.
Oh, beautiful
yes.
play by Charlo again, and a three-point play. Opportunity here for Hollingsworth. I mean, Charlo has been really solid for the last several minutes.
She really has.
And that was a terrific finish by Hollingsworth. The contact was there. So Hollingsworth with a chance to make it a two-point game. She misses her third consecutive.
But she's going to get to shoot again.
Who is in the lane this game?
I think maybe Chinili.
Yeah.
That's a silly mistake. And
She
again,
can't buy a free throw now, can she?
she's short. You know what? I think that's a sign that she is tired. Yeah. You know, she's already played 30 minutes already today.
Well, she was able to give him the lead. Get the ball to Zandalicini. Here she comes.
Please.
She's got the touch. Time to go to work. Oh, she fumbles it. Gato goes off her own foot. And back to Italy. So back to Turkey. So Turkey standing strong defensively. And timeout with 6 minutes and 24 seconds to go.
You know, after watching both these teams yesterday get their opening day wins, we kind of called it. We said this might be a great game tomorrow between these two teams. They were sort of unknown. We didn't know what they were going to be like. We got to see them yesterday, and I'm not disappointed. Are you?
No, not at all. I mean, look at the leading scores and everything. And listen to Capobianco. I kind of knew that Italy like to play fast, and they're going to be exciting. And you know that. What I didn't expect was Turkey were going to be quite as exciting as they were, but I'm a bit disappointed that we haven't seen Kurzel have a role today, because I thought she was going to be, after yesterday, come out and do something. It's really been the Juanita Hollingsworth show, more than anything. And that's great for her.
Watch the shots.
You know, it's a tough game. I mean, that's the best way. I think that's the best way to go up against Italy is to go to Hollingsworth.
And you know who we also haven't really seen today is Senyurik, and she had a good game yesterday as well.
Yeah, she's hardly played. She's played like just under 3 minutes.
Yeah, in the first half, and like you said, Hollingsworth is doing great, but I do think we are now seeing a little bit of fatigue from her. So maybe Coach Memnum should have made some changes a little earlier, gave some people a rest, got their legs under them again. I don't know. We'll see.
Especially because she played yesterday. Ushalovin for three. And Carla Satana?
Yeah, I think trying to chase Albin off the screen. She just sort of ran into the screen instead of going around it.
That's team foul number 5, so that means free throws for Hollingsworth. So that's not necessarily
the worst thing.
The worst thing at this, you know, if recent form continues.
But you know, until her most recent woes from the free throw line, she was shooting a good percentage. She was about 6 for 8.
Oh, there you go. Now she gets, I mean, you don't want to see her miss free throws. So she's able to get that one to go.
But it still wasn't pretty. It hit the front rim. She just got the lucky roll.
27 points. She's 7 of 12 at the line.
There you go.
8 of 13. And back to a 3-point lead.
Talk about that 27 points plus 19 rebounds.
Not sure what Italy, do Italy know what they want to do here? Pump fake, Dato. Dato at times is, needs to pass it back out.
Yeah.
He gets inside.
I felt Dato and Sultana tonight have forced shots a little bit too much inside the paint.
Shot clock down to 3 seconds. 2. And a foul before, so more free throws coming for Ushalava and a chance to go up by 5 for Turkey. And she misses. Goodness me. Free throw shooting is becoming a little bit of an issue here for Turkey.
They've been to the line 26 times already compared to Italy's 5. So they're being aggressive, but they're not capitalizing.
But still, that gives them a 4-point lead. Somebody needs to score for Italy. It's been a while. Katana gets in the lane, puts it up. Omika gets the rebound, back outside to Masiadri. I think Katana's trying to come to the rescue here. Now to Formica. Somebody going to crash the board? They don't need to. She goes up and scores.
And those post moves we talked about, and she scored, and she went up with contact.
And look at her hustle down the court. Back to a 2-point game. Her first 2 points, if you can believe it, of the game.
But you know what? She's been great coming in for Catherine Ress, who had 4 fouls.
And Masiadri with the rebound. I mean, Formica's really, you know.
Oh, why not?
Zanda Salini. And that's only the 3rd team foul in Turkey. But what you like about Formica's scoring is, you know, that's probably what they lack, is that part of the offensive attack where you can get it to your person on that low block and let her go to work. I mean, obviously, it's her first 2 points, and Ress, you know, I mean, she tends to drift out a lot. Yeah. Oh, great defense from Charlar. I mean, she has really kind of been the unsung hero here in the 4th quarter.
You know, we saw Sandosini have that strong 3rd quarter, but she's not leaving her. It's almost as though coach said, you know what, just follow her around wherever she goes and make life difficult for her.
You know, that's a matchup that I would think that Santa Salini would win, but on that occasion, Charlar proved me wrong.
Maybe it's a little bit of the height advantage that Charlar has over Zandalicini that's affecting her.
Satana went down. And Vigarli left open. Good! That's a big 3-pointer. Look at the Turkish bench. They are up.
You know, I thought if this game was close near the end of the 4th, that the veterans...
Masiadri tries to answer immediately.
The veteran guards that Turkey have, we're going to be able to win it for them.
Well, you're right. They haven't really hit many threes, but that's a big one. Now she's going to be left open again, and this time does not. Oh, it gives Italy a chance to run, and it's being led by Zanda Salini, and she ended up going all the way in, thinking.
I think she thought she got fouled a little earlier. Maybe lost her balance a little.
So a couple of missed opportunities lately by Zanda Salini. Ishilalvin, good D from Dato, and Dato had her hand on it. And ends up being Italy ball anyway because it was at the end of the shot clock. Here it is again. Look at this. Badarli. That is not what he wanted to see. Boy, for Italy, you know, their tournament becomes so much easier if they could win this game. And I guess you have to say the same for Turkey. But
you know, I still, even if Italy doesn't win, I like what they have, and I think they have a good chance.
Oh, look at the sky high, but Santasalini couldn't quite corral it. Under 3 minutes to go now, and it's Turkey by 5. De Preto going to come back into the game. And Dato doing a great job defensively on Albin. You don't see it often. Albin complaining she was hit. So De Preto back in, and who's it to take a seat? Masiagiu just missed a couple of threes. It's crunch time. Somebody's got to stand up. Santasalini hits the jump shot.
She says, finally!
That's a good three-point game. Well, takes her to 20 points on the night. Oh, and the ball goes off of Hollingsworth's hands.
Who's
Look
there?
who's there, Cholar. And the ball goes back to Italy. Let's just pause for a second here, and as you look at Hollingsworth unable to catch it, and Charlar's follow misses, let's just savor this. Hollingsworth, 28 points, 19 rebounds, and meanwhile the scoreboard that went into the arena has gone off. De Preto stops and doesn't pop.
Yeah, that looked a little short when she let it go. It was a good little move, though. You know, she came to a 2-foot stop, pivoted, found that she was open.
Minute and a half remaining. Albin left her feet. Oh, Hollingsworth tried to go for the alley-oop, and Satana was there being a pest. Now Dato, it's a 2-on-3. Is she going to go all the way? What a play by Santasalini, flying in for the offensive rebound, and Badarli can't.
She came from nowhere.
But Badarli's like, what did I do? She's saying that Santasalini caught it and went out of bounds. Look at this. Watch Santasalini fly in.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're aware that the scoreboard has gone off at one end of the arena, and I guess what they're saying is they don't need to have it on. There's another one in the corner that's working, and also they still got the game clock and the shot clock above the backboards.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that was the score clock we were looking at, so that's maybe why we noticed.
It's annoying, actually.
Gelin buraya yürümeyi bırakın. Bir dakika 20 saniye. Şimdi bak pres bağır sen sok. Tamam mı? Q-Screen, ışık, girsel, Q-Pop, get, bring the ball.
You know, an hour, a minute and 20 left, you're down 3. It's a lot of time. I mean, there's no reason for them to go for a 3 right now. They can take their time and get whatever shot is sort of given to them. That's the best shot. You don't want to force anything right now.
No, absolutely not. So 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. 53-50. Turkey with the lead. And you can see Dato just pointed up at the scoreboard to say it was out.
Does Turkey have 5 fouls or 4?
There's an eerie silence all of a sudden. Turkey has 4 fouls.
So Zandalicini is.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't understand that. And Mimin's not saying anything. Strange. Let's see. Maybe they haven't added it yet?
Our scoreboard goes out and we're so confused.
But wait a minute. Now the ref comes in. No.
So I think she's shooting bonus, obviously. She has to be shooting bonus here.
So the scoreboard is wrong. So one scoreboard is out and one scoreboard is wrong.
And she calmly makes the first. Wow, she is playing beyond her years, that is for sure.
And she just keeps pouring in the points.
Well, I jinxed her.
Yeah, you did. You're pretty good at that.
I'm done talking.
All of Italy would like to thank you for that. Now they're talking. I'm wondering if they're saying they weren't in the bonus, so she shouldn't have taken it.
So the refs are saying,
go to the bench, we've got to sort this
Yeah.
out. They might take the point away and say it's Italy ball out of bounds. And Midland is looking over as if to say, what are you going to do? They have. It looks like they've taken the point off, 53-50.
so then Italy would get the ball out of bounds on the baseline, right?
Yeah, exactly.
With a minute 20 left.
There you go. See, the scoreboard is out. Somebody was saying Sandra Cellini was shooting the lights out, literally. But I don't think she's been shooting it that well today. Well, it's been a great game, and with that's strange as well because also the time now to 1:20 because it did say 2 minutes, and when I said that before, yeah, they've got some gremlins in both scoreboards. Now they've put 10 minutes up.
I don't think these two teams want to play 10 more minutes.
No, definitely not.
Next time. First offense is up. Two rolling. Bar, pop, look high low. If not, bar, either be sent, either shoot. Pass, and we run the point.
Oh, no, they are putting one back on, so they're going to count the free throws.
They are counting it.
Hold the ball strong. First
Are they
offense is
saying
up.
that Sandra Cellini was in put-back mode on that rebound?
Kolay say yemeyin. Kolay say yemeyin.
Are they suggesting that she was trying to throw it off
Oh, but this one says
Vidarli?
5 fouls, so maybe it was 5 fouls. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So it was bonus.
Thank goodness. Boy, I'm getting tired of that conversation. So now they just need to, Turkey just need to make sure that they get it right. This breaks some, the game is hot, fast and furious, and you wonder who it might benefit to have a delay like this, and who it might not delay.
And that's the Italy fans you hear. Trying to give their team a little bit of a much needed boost. You need to get a stop. You got to dig down on defense. You need to get a stop or at least force Turkey into a tough shot and rebound. What's nice is neither coach called a timeout right now, but they're getting to talk to their teams. They're, planning attacks, planning defense without wasting without using one of their timeouts. And timeouts are going to become crucial, very crucial, with only a 2-point game with a minute 20 left.
I just wonder if this is going to benefit Turkey more. And the reason why is because Hollingsworth has played so many minutes and she's getting a breather. But then again, she might just be so tired that it doesn't matter. Maybe she's loose and now she's getting cold. It's going to be harder for her. But yeah, this is a bit of frustration here at the end of the game. Let's take another look at Vidarli's three-pointer. That was so crucial. And the reaction from Capobianco. And this was the, okay, this is what we were just talking about. Yeah, there's no way. She wasn't shooting.
I thought she was going to dunk it.
She had this spectacular idea.
Oh, wow. Now they've been asked to go out and shoot. Who is this going to benefit? Maybe Hollingsworth is going to work on her free throws?
I guess it could be worse. We could have a broken backboard. Dunking. Yes. They're trying to sort it out.
Yeah, the women are trying to stay warm is really what they're doing right now. That's why they're out shooting layups, getting shots up.
Have you been in a situation like this before?
Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm pretty sure I have. You know, some of the gyms in South America, the Americas Championship, aren't quite as nice as the one that we're playing in right now. Yeah, I can remember roofs leaking, power outages. So yeah, we've dealt with some things playing for Canada, that's for sure.
Canada brings out the best of environments. I always like to greet you with that. Well, one thing's for sure, we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. We've had, no matter how you slice it, Hollingsworth, you have to say, has been the player of the game with 28 points, 21 rebounds. And Xanda Salini has been the outstanding player for Italy with the 21 points and the 8 rebounds. And also, just in case you didn't know, France are beating defending champions Serbia 71-57 with less than a minute remaining. So it looks like they're going to go down to a second straight defeat, having lost already to Greece. And that will put them into a complicated situation. They'll have to beat Slovenia to try to create and hope that France beat Greece. So there's like a three-way tie. In fact, they could beat Slovenia outright and win that head-to-head, but it could end up being a three-way tie with Greece, and then you would have like the goal differential involving the games between those teams.
And you know, Slovenia only lost to France by 1.
Yeah.
So that group could end up being very interesting. And you hate to not make it because of a point difference.
That's right. You hate to not make it regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell it to the Czech Republic tonight.
But some might have called that group the group of death. You know, you have...
Except that Slovenia are the new kids on the block.
New kids on the block, that's
But
true.
yeah, you're right. I mean, with both France and Serbia.
Yep. Greece, who has Maltzy, who, you know, can carry her team to a win on any given night.
No, it's been a great EuroBasket Women the first couple of days. A lot of stories. So we're about ready to start it up again, and it's going to be Turkey ball with 1:20 remaining, and they are leading by 2. Remember, Laura Mackey out of the game after taking a shot to either the nose or the mouth. We weren't sure. We couldn't really see. She left the game with a bag of ice on her mouth and went to the locker room.
And a bloody towel.
Back in the third quarter. Chanatez, went for a killer 3 and missed it. Interesting. Memnon says, did I call that play?
But you know, she didn't hesitate, so clearly she was feeling it.
Yeah, as a coach, you know, you don't want to start coming down too hard on your players. Xanda Salini, go! Well, she's knotted it up. She just continues to amaze. 23 points now and 9 rebounds.
And you know, you said that earlier in the quarter. Get it to her. Have her go one-on-one. Let's see if Turkey can stop her.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to shoot jump shots like that. It's going to be very difficult to stop her. And Albin just kind of like lost her way, and then Gatto didn't get the rebound. Boy, Italy really missed an opportunity.
I'm not sure. Did that ball hit the rim?
Well, Italy, I think Italy were just kind of standing around.
I thought Zandalicini thought maybe the ball would bounce to her on the rebound instead of going in hard for it. But I think right now they're asking about if the ball hit the rim or on that layup
Was it
or not.
Zandalicini that was
Yeah,
in
it was.
position? Gosh. Could have gone to a double-double there with that rebound. So 20 seconds remaining and 12 seconds on the shot clock. And it's a bag of nerves. Gosh knows, the prospect of overtime is upon us. And now,
Yep, I think that's the right
foul
call.
has been called.
It was a great box out by Catherine Ress, and Hollingsworth, I thought, leaned over her. We'll take a look here.
Watch this.
That's a good box out. Yeah, she took her down. I mean, she was moving backwards.
Well, there was no reason for Hollingsworth to go for it like that.
No, she wasn't going to get the ball at all.
Oh, wait, Capobianco is complaining because he's not going to get...
Wait, so the
they're
foul
saying
was
the
on
foul
Ress.
has been on Ress. That is astonishing. I can't quite believe it. I really can't.
Interesting. But, you know, I guess the positive is Hollingsworth needs one at the line.
Well, I guess I have to reserve comment. If I want to say something I regret. 54-53 now. Hollingsworth capitalizes on the tough call against Catherine Ress. Well, sort of. Zandalicini, she's got the double-double. Is she also going to get a game winner? Nope, it's going to be the hands of Dotto. She gets it back to Formica. Oh, and she missed. Unbelievable finish. What a game in Formica. Poor center has an open jumper to win it, and she doesn't.
Wow.
And it's
what a game.
Tough pill to swallow. You know, at least Italy had a chance to win it. So they, it's a tough way to give up a free throw, but Hollingsworth, well, it had to be her, didn't it? 29 points, 21 rebounds. She leads Turkey to a 54-53 victory. 15 of 52 from the floor inside the arc. They got a lot of free throws, and Italy are going to have to try to bounce back. That is a very tough loss to have to bounce back from.
Yeah, that's what you kind of call a heartbreaking loss. And, maybe when Zandalicini gave it off to Dotto, you go right back to Zandalicini. But that being said, Formica, it was a good-looking shot. I thought it was in. She shot it with confidence. She didn't hesitate. It didn't look uncomfortable for her. If she makes it, yeah, she's the star. If she misses, unfortunately, that's what you remember. And I don't think you can say that about her game and what she did tonight. I thought she did a great job coming in for Catherine Ress, who was in foul trouble.
Yeah.
We saw her make that big move, early in the third, split the defense, scored nicely. So it's heartbreaking for her, and she feels so bad right now.
I think Zandalicini did the right thing because she couldn't do anything. She gave it to Dotto, who found Formica, who did the right thing as well. And it just boils down to the fact that they have gotten a big win tonight here in the Czech Republic to go to 2-0 and probably, I'm just trying to think if they've already clinched first place because they've won against Slovakia. They've won against, they've won against both of the teams
who have wins.
Who have wins.
So they have clinched first place no matter what happens.
First place. Yep. They know they're going to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, they do. So, they rest tomorrow. The game on Monday isn't necessarily a must-win. Yeah, you want to win, you want to play well, but he could probably rest some players. I think he'll use his bench a little bit more on that game on Monday, knowing that they are already in first place and they're moving on to Prague.
So as you look at some of the highlights, digest another interesting, exciting game here at the EuroBasket Women. Just a bunch of incredible results really that we're watching all the way around. France being the defending champion Serbia for the second time. You know, Italy are not going to have an easy game next time out either against Slovakia. Slovakia probably gained some confidence from their win over Belarus. And now, you know, they're going to battle for second place. Belarus, obviously, if they were to beat Turkey, they could get a win. But let's see, they have lost already to both Slovakia, and so I don't think they have a chance either, do they?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think they are.
So anyway, we'll try to do all the math and be ready for tomorrow. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and we're going to go check up on Laura Mackey and see how she's doing. Just as a reminder, Quinitra Hollingsworth, 29 points, 21 rebounds. Terrific performance from her. 23 points, 10 rebounds from Zanda Salini for Italy. And just another great night of basketball. Any closing thoughts from you, Miss Shona Thorburn, as you put your headset back on? That flapjack was good.
Yeah, I know it was. No, you know, I think this has been a great day. It's been exciting. I think we saw first game jitters yesterday. Team seeing a lot more relaxed. We saw better basketball, and it's just going to improve from here on out. I do believe that a star is being born in Zanda Salini. I mean, I'm not sure what much more we can say about her and how much more praise we can give her. And you know, we knew she was good coming in, but we didn't know what she could quite do at a EuroBasket.
This is her right here, just in case you've not been on this planet. But that's so it's exciting for basketball to see the new young
really
talents
is, you know.
coming up.
Great job by Turkey today. You know, they sort of willed that win. It was exciting today.
Thanks very much. So 54-53, Turkey win a thriller over Italy.